Hello, lifestylers. This is Eric Brown. Thanks as always for tuning in, where we share some of the best tips and ideas in all things luxury real estate. Today, we're going to be talking about boxes, in particularly homes that are built with similar shapes and sizes. As you can see, this luxury kind of modern home that is behind me is going to be very different than the neighborhood. This particular area is the Melrose district, which I have been before, and you can see several different styles from kind of old Spanish colonial to that modern house. And so this area, or that modern house, or that modern house. And this particular area has been going through a bit of a new construction revival, as these homes have been torn down and turned into those homes, these newer construction homes. You can barely see, or about one block off of Melrose Avenue, a little bit of hills in the background in between some fall colors of the trees here in the Los Angeles area. And so I wanted to show us one of those boxes today, and we can talk about some of the differences. What makes one home different from the other, especially when you have so much similarities. For example, this new construction home is right now selling for about $4.9 million, which is one of the top prices in the Melrose area. It is a 6-bed, 8-bath, pretty large home on a standard lot. You can see that the lot lines of this particular house are almost the same size as the home itself. This is at 609 North Edinburgh. And so this particular property, this new construction kind of beauty, is very similar to some of the other homes that are next to it. So you can see just 2 homes down, there is another modern home. And then even across the street, there is another modern home. And so these homes have very similar feels. And so I wanted to be able to show you some examples of some of the differences. So let's go take a walk through of this gorgeous new construction home at about $4.9 million at 609 North Edinburgh. So as you can see, there's some little bit of touches that will make this home at $4.9 million as one of the higher priced modern homes in this particular neighborhood. The home itself is larger. It's about 5,800 square feet. A lot of the newer construction homes in this area are only around 4,000 or 4,500. And so that size difference is going to be thing number one that's going to make this home kind of pop or have a little bit more bang for its buck. It is gated. You can see this little gated area. And it is fenced to make it a little bit more private, considered it's on a residential street that might have a little bit more traffic to it. You can see there's been little touches that have done between the landscaping or the cutouts here within the driveway. A natural wood front garage door, as well as the side gated door, which walks us around to the side of the home, which you can also see is gated and a little bit more private compared to the home next to it. And you can see this lot line compared to the house. The house is really big and spans basically most of the entirety of the lot. There's going to be tons of options. Hey David, hey Daniel, thanks guys for jumping in. We're looking at a modern home here and talking about some of the big box differences. So let's jump through. As outside of just this little bit of exterior front yard space that we have, which is private, we have this cool water feature right as we walk into the front door. And we've got these, you'll notice throughout the home, these wall to basically floor to ceiling windows, which are called Fleetwood doors. Little front office space as we walk in, kind of a hand-scraped flooring, and then you can see this cool tile work in the guest bath. And you can see as you walk in the front door, you look all the way out to the back door, so you've got this kind of coast-to-coast viewpoints of outdoor space and lots of natural light. Big walls for art space. There's even an elevator in the home, floating stairs. The kitchen is going to be gorgeous. You can see that the home is automated, which is great. Big open space. There's those floating stairs. Cool extra features with the light fixtures. A lot of times, I think I maybe had mentioned this before. Hey Benjamin, thanks for jumping in. And Nora, a lot of times what you'll see in modern homes is this idea of, which I've referred to before, triangular views. And so with triangular views, you want to be able to stand in one space and get a view of the rest of the house. So I can be standing in the corner of the living room and see the kitchen and the front door. Or if I was at the front door or at the kitchen, as an example, You can see the little pantry there, dual ovens, but I can stand back here from the kitchen and get that same triangular view. That's open space lines, which is a bit of modern design, which kind of opens up the floor plan a little bit and lends itself to making the space feel larger. Now, with this particular space, we also have this, as we walked out, indoor-outdoor living. And it's really cool, some of the extra touches that the builder has done here. So from the kitchen, you have this pass-through space, which is pretty awesome. You have this wood decking, and again, that came right from the house. So there's the Fleetwood doors, this outdoor living space, outdoor dining. You've got a grill spaced area. Again, a little bit more private with the tall shrubbery and bushes, an outdoor shower space, a fire space. They pack a lot into this lot. This is not an oversized lot. In fact, it is standard city size. Hey Clint, thanks for jumping in, and I owe you a phone call. Thank you for the text earlier today. I will reconnect with you. So you've got this outdoor shower space, which is really cool. In fact, I've seen some that haven't been as well designed as this, with the cool rain head, the hot tub, the kind of flat-edged pool, and you can see that you could even get in some lap space done. That water feature goes over to the side. So again, this is a $4.99 million home, just been listed. You get an idea of the upper space and kind of all the clean straight lines, even the security cameras. So if you have noticed a cool little extra touch that I have not, point it out, share it with me. So we're trying to compare why would this home, in essence, be anywhere between $1 and $2 million more than all of the other new construction homes in the area. We've touched on a few of them. We got square footage. We got some of the design features, which we pointed out. If you see others, or if you see things that are your favorite, add them below. I would love to get your ideas and opinions of what you think about this. And you might love, or you might not love, either A, brand new construction, or modern design. But I'd love to see what you think about this, particularly since we have diversity and cost for this particular property. David, thanks for jumping in. So let's go check out the upstairs. Again, this is a 3-level home. So with the 3 levels, we've got an elevator that takes us all the way up, or this cool kind of floating staircase space. So let's go take the cool floating stairs. We'll walk back through. The listing agent is having a conversation with one of the other agents. You get an idea of all of this really cool extra space of where you get your canned lighting and how they did the design with it. Another fireplace space. You can see that water feature. We already took a look at that front office space. And again, I love those light fixtures. It's one of the ways, very cost effectively, that you can get in cool extra design. As you can see in this space, and I'll pop it around behind me, it's pretty minimalistic in its colors and designs. So you can see this floating staircase, which you can see through, another guest bath. But clean space, lots of tall walls like that, where you can put some really cool art. It almost works somewhat gallery style, which is pretty awesome. Sonia, thanks for jumping in. So let's take a look at this floating stairs and what the upstairs has to offer. And when we get to the top, you'll see another great wall that works extremely well to be able to display some art. When you've got these big spaces, it works pretty fantastically to be able to display. So check out this light fixture and this painting. Like, the size of that is, I would guess 10 feet by 10 feet. So really, really big space. We'll save the, I think the master is behind us. So we'll get an idea of the upper level bedrooms. Cool outdoor sitting space, and you get an idea of the views. That's going to be looking off kind of into Beverly Hills, and then around that is Century City. So as you can probably be able to tell this from this upper level and from the stairs, you get some really good natural light and tall ceilings, which is great for new construction. A couple of other things that we get some extra space in, which is really cool. Tall doors, again, clean lines, clean space. They do really well with maintaining privacy. So this window is a little bit taller. You get an idea of how tall I am, which is about 6 feet compared to the window, so it's almost as tall as me. And you get, but you still get that lighting in. And what will be really cool is if we see it from multiple angles in the room. So you have two, this sliding door and this window, to get us some light. Now, one of the things about West Hollywood that is always a little bit of a bummer is within one of the views, you always get, because the lots are smaller and it's in the middle of the city, you get the electrical lines and potentially transformers. So like that view in the outside where you see the transformer, that's why you pay more in areas like the hills, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Hollywood Hills, Truesdale Estates, because you don't get those. You don't see that. So again, one of the extra features, and this can cost a little bit more, is doing that amount of tile work and having every bathroom have its own unique viewing. So different tiles are going to, instead of being able to buy in bulk, you buy a little bit more creatively, and it allows your cost to unfortunately rise a little bit, but also makes for every bedroom to be somewhat signature. We've got a Nest system, this launch port. There is security here in this building, which is great. So this bathroom is actually similar. And again, we carried over with that window lighting, so you've got 2 walls covered, and you've got these privacy shades, probably because you can look right out into the neighbors, which is where we were in the front. You can see some new construction off to the front of us. Clear blue skies. And again, they've done such a cool job with really modernized light fixtures, things that you don't see. Oftentimes when I have been doing rehab projects in the past, we would talk about a Home Depot house. And that Home Depot house would be a home that has all the fixtures that you see basically in every house, because they're not as expensive as some of these cool lights that you can have. So you got a little upper level laundry, really smart, lots of extra storage. Now let's go check out the Mazda. You can hear me clicking away on the hardwood floors. They carried the same hardwood floor cloth in the upper level, so really cool window that carries all the way through. You've got a fireplace, a TV space. I personally don't love the TV space in the bedroom. Someone told me in feng shui it's like the evil eye, which I've never been a fan of. Who likes an evil eye? But the closet is awesome. Take a look at this. Kind of a little darker, masculine in color. Cool lights. You can see that the breeze is actually, because the windows are open, the breeze are shaking the lights a little bit, but lots of space here for his and hers, or just him, or just her. But even here you have a little slide out space. So from the master, again, tall ceilings, you've got this extra deck space. So supposedly there's over 700 square feet of patios and decks in this space as well, which kind of carries over to more outdoor living. So let's take a look at the master bath. Really cool tile carry through. You've got this window. Hello everyone, nice to wave. Cool egg-shaped tub, a little smaller, but the space is still big with the dual sinks, tall ceilings, great walk-in shower. Wow, so this is a unique feature you don't see very often. So we are standing from the bathroom. Here again is the door that leads us through. You've got the tub, you've got your outdoor space here, but you can also walk through the shower that has this little bench and carry through it to your own private little zen spot, which is surrounded by walls and feels, if you're at all claustrophobic, you may not love it, but it's a little private shaded sitting area that leads you right back to the bathroom. So an architect's idea or feature to be able to add a little extra space. Maybe they had dead space here and could do something cool with it. So this is the top 2 levels. We saw kind of the main aspects of the house, but there is a whole nother level, which is where they get their extra square footage. So let's go take a look at the downstairs level, which we might see something cool. I'm gonna guess, if we get lucky, we see one of 3 things. We're gonna see a theater room, or we're gonna see kind of a Zen yoga area, or we're going to have a bar entertainment space. That might even include a little wine cellar. So let's go take a look downstairs. We'll head right back down those floating stairs. And there you can see kind of a glass slider that has all the entertainment space. So we've seen a pile of things so far. I would love to see, what's your favorite so far? Do you have a favorite room? Do you have a favorite design feature? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Share with me. Let me know your thoughts on this as we go walk downstairs. So again, we'll head down these floating steps. You can see all the way down to the lower level. And it's really cool. They carry the floating stairs all the way down to the lower level. And big space. So again, you've got the Fleetwood doors that open up into outdoor style, which is really cool there. So you can get a little bit of airspace from that light from the staircase. And wow, really big space. So there's a table. I mentioned we could have a little Zen area and a wet bar, which is great. All of this is under the floating stairs. And you have a lower level bedroom, a billiard space. Okay, lost you downstairs in the basement for a second, so we're going to skip it for now. Anat, thanks for jumping in. Would love to hear your perspective of what you get for new construction as you take a look at this video of how this compares to what you have out in Israel. So would love to be able to touch base and see what you think. So I just wanted to be able to walk you through this really cool kind of new construction, modernized home, West Hollywood area, 609 North Edinburgh, at 4.99 million. So, and you get an idea of the differences of this new construction, if you want to call it a new construction box, compared to several other new construction boxes that are in the neighborhood. So, as always, would love to get your comments, your ideas, what you think about this particular property, what your favorite design feature was. You know, if people can buy this time of year, I don't watch a ton of TV, but I see all these commercials for people that are buying like a Lexus as a Christmas gift. Why not buy a $4.9 million house? And then you can have this with a big red bow on it and then give it away to your loved one. If you also want to see, there's been a conversation that has come up with some frequency as well with some clients and prospects of mine that have said they really want to know what's happening with the market and are we due at any point in the upcoming years for a crash. And instead of just sharing with you ad nauseum about all the things that could happen in the marketplace, instead I grabbed with me and wanted to include this little packet, which is a maximum pricing guide of kind of walks through trends and analysis. And so if this type of guide is something that you want to see and ask market related questions, I would love to be able to share them. So just feel free to give me a share below or direct message me and I can pass this along at your convenience. I'll also include, if you like this property tour, again, this $4.99 million house that we just looked at, or any others, I do sneak peek tours all the time and post them on my YouTube channel, which I will include below. But it's basically youtube.com/Erik Brown Homes. So, as always, great to be able to chat and see everyone. Would love to get your comments and feedback. Share this with friends. I will talk with you again soon. Erik Brown, signing off.